Hey, what's going on, my fellow graphic designers? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can recreate my stream pack. I made the video a few days ago. I don't know if you guys saw it. I'm sure some of you have, but I'm going to be recreating that and showing you guys how you can actually make each and every one of those screens, face cams, all that stuff. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start out with the screens because they're fairly simple to do. So just click new project, and for the screens, we're going to do 1920 by 1080. So we get the best quality 1080p out of them. You don't want to do 720p because then they'll be too small and you'll have to scale it up. You just want it to be 1080p. So that's what we're going with. Create. I'm going to be using a background from someone named Edward DZN on YouTube. I'm pretty sure that's the name. If not, I'll correct it. And it'll be down in the description below if you guys want it. So let's go ahead and bring that into our project. So it's going to be kind of small to begin with. It's not going to fit the whole screen, so we're going to have to move it up and just scale it up. Hold shift. It's no big deal. It's not going to lose too much quality, and I'll show you what we're going to do about it. So drag it to the center of your project. That's basically it. And what you want to do is go up to filter, sharpen, click sharpen, and you can click that as many times as you want to sharpen it to make it look better quality because it's kind of smaller. That's what I do with low quality images. And okay, so we're done with the background. That's literally all you have to do. It's super easy. And then you want to get your text tool, and we're just going to type in like offline, right? Control A to select it, or you can double click on it. It'll highlight it all, and we're going to change the size. Let's just try 200. And then we're going to change the font to, it's like fork or something. The spelt weird. Yeah, this one. Let's make it 400 actually. Nah, 300. Sometimes I don't use the size up here. I usually just retransform it and scale it depending on what I'm doing. So I'm going to do that. Move it to the center. That looks about right. And now what we're going to do is just highlight the first three letters and then go up to this color box and click somewhere over here on the yellow so we get the right color from the color palette we're going to be using. See, it matches. And we're going to highlight the other part and make it white like that. And it's already looking super nice. We're just going to duplicate this. Move this one up, hit Control Alt T to free transform it, and I'm just going to type in so I'll do like Cambit is, and then let's just scale this down even more. And what I'm going to do for this so I can line this up perfectly is bring a ruler over here. So you can get these rulers by going up to view and clicking rulers. It'll bring these up, and if you hold left click and drag it, you can pull one of the rulers out. So line that up, and then I'm going to use my arrow keys to bring this over there like that. And I'll put it up a little bit higher like that. Now you can either do it that way, or if it looks kind of weird, you can just like put it right above this. You can really put it wherever you want. You could even put it in the middle. That's pretty cool too. You can do that. I'm actually probably just going to leave it here for now. I think it looks pretty good there. So let's just leave it there. And that's literally all I did for it. So it's really easy. And to change the color, you just want to add a hue and saturation adjustment layer down here. So click on this button, hue and saturation, and just adjust the hue. And it's that simple. That's how you change the color. And this goes for all the screens. I made all the screens the same. I just changed the text on them. So we're done with the screens now. Hopefully you guys understand how to do that. Let's move on to, let's just say the banner. The banner is the exact same as this. Actually, all I do is go up to image, canvas size, and whatever the banner was. I think it's like 1500 by 800 for a Twitch banner. No, I don't remember what it was, honestly. Let me just look that up real quick. All right, it's 1920 by 480. which is very interesting. Okay, so it's like that. And we already got the background there, which we can adjust if we hit Control-Alt-T. Let's zoom out a bit. We can scale the background down for the banner if we want, like that. So it fits the whole thing. And what we're gonna do now is just delete this top text. We don't need that. We just need this, and we're gonna change it to Gambit because that's my name. And scale it down quite a bit, actually. We want it to be kind of small so it looks really clean. See, there we go. Same process, highlight the first three, click on the color box, and then click somewhere else in your project to get that color. And the reason it looks weird is because it's a hue and saturation layer, so I would definitely add that last because it was taking the purple color instead of the yellow, but I changed all the colors, so it changed yellow to purple. And I know it's like some mathematics or something, dude, but just take my word for it. Just add the hue and saturation last. And now we're gonna take the yellow, right? And now it looks like this, and that's it. Super easy and simple. It's all about making a nice background, which I will make tutorials on how to make cool backgrounds. This one is a really nice one. I really do like it. And yeah, let's move on to the logo. So the logo is, I think, 800 by, we'll just do 800 by 800. I think it's 400 by 400, but that's too small for my liking. So now let's scale up this background. This is if you want to do it all in one project, which is totally preference. It makes it a lot faster. There we go. We got the background. Now let's just scale the text up. Now I know you may be like, wow, this is like so easy, but you have to come up with the idea. That's the hard part. Is like, what do I want to do? What fonts do I want to use? What background do I want to use? Like, what composition am I going to use? That's like the really hard part about graphic design. Not exactly making it. It's coming up with the idea. Okay, so there's the logo. That's it. And if you want to make it a circle logo, go up to the top left, click on this rectangle select, right click on it and click on ellipse select. Start at the top left, hold left click and shift and drag all the way to the bottom until it snaps. Right, and now hit Control J. Oops, make sure you're on your background layer. Control J, and then delete the square background layer, and it makes it a circle. That's just a little tip for you guys. Yeah, so let's move on to the face cam. This is probably the hardest part about it. It's not hard, it's kind of hard to come up with the idea. So let's go ahead and make it. So I'm gonna make a new project, and for the width, I'm pretty sure I did 1280 by 720 because it's a 16:9 what's it called, aspect ratio. So yeah, here it is. I should have chose transparent background, but I can just do it from here, just hide the background layer. And I did it all with the pen tool. So get your pen tool, make sure it's on shape, fill, whatever you want. We're gonna change that anyways. So we'll just start with red. And we're just gonna start at the top left. Not all the way up here, but just somewhere up here. I'm gonna click. Here, first let's bring a ruler to the middle. That's important. So bring one of your rulers to the middle, and I'm just gonna go down while holding shift. Shift makes straight lines, but you can't do like diagonals with it that well because your diagonals, well, actually, I guess, shoot, I guess you can. For some reason it never worked. Oh well. All right. Yeah, like that, it doesn't work sometimes. So we're just gonna go down and then hold shift for this one. Right. I'm trying to look at the face cam because I'm trying to like recreate it. Okay, and then we're gonna go like this and then all the way to the center and then go up. Oops. Gonna take a lot of Control Z's, guys. That's all right though. We're gonna go up, across, down, and you guys can make this however you want. I'm just showing you how I made it. I'm trying to figure out what I should do for this. Okay, I don't want to go all the way to the top, just like right here. I'm going to go all the way across to the middle. And I'm going to go up. Then I'm going to connect it back to this one, right? So that was really fast. You can spend some more time on it, but we're not done. So now what we're going to do is create some of the other things on it. So I have something going on up here that looks like this. And then I have like a line here. Hold on. A line that goes like up, and then the middle, and then up a little bit, and then back. Like that. Something like that. So now we're done with that. So let's just hold shift, click on all the shape layers, right click, convert to smart object, hit Control and J to duplicate it, and then hit Control Alt T to free transform it, right click, like somewhere in this box, and hit flip horizontally. Now use your right arrow key and hold shift to move it fast over to the left and connect it back to the start. And now you can move your ruler. There's still a gap, so we got to move our this side over to the left a little more. See, and it was super easy to do. You could do so much with it. And I just added a name down here. You guys know how to use the type tool. You just type your name. And that's all for the face cam. So I know it's not the exact same, but you get the idea. Now let's move on to the panels, because the panels are super easy as well. All right, so we're just going to go back to the logo, and we're going to go up to image, canvas size. And I think it's 320 by 160. You're going to have to double check. No, that's not it. All right, we're just going to make up a size for now. You're going to have to look that up if you really want it. So I'll just do like 500 by 160. Yeah, that's more like a panel. And we're going to need to scale our background quite a bit because it's pretty massive compared to this panel. Whoa, what's going on? Okay. Yeah, so let's just scale this down until it looks nice. Yeah, like that. Okay, now we can just zoom back in. We got our text here. Now we just got to scale it down. All right, let's make it a little bit bigger. See, now you just type in whatever. So my PC, highlight the beginning, choose that color, and boom, panel's done. Super easy. We're already done with the panels. You guys know how to do it now. And now we're going to move on to the last screen, which has like the game, the chat, the face cam, and all that other stuff. All right, so go up to File, New, and we're going to do 1920 by 1080 again. 1920 by 1080. Hit Create. We're going to get that background again. Go ahead and yoink that background. Slap it in your project. Resize it. Move it to the center. And okay, so we're done here. Now we're just going to add a little blur on it. So go up to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, or Lens Blur. I kind of prefer Lens Blur. It looks really nice. We're going to go with Lens Blur, turn the radius down to about 12, and that looks pretty good. Hit OK. Now we're going to add these little rectangles that I had on mine. So let's go with either the pen tool or the rectangle tool. I prefer the rectangle tool for this. It's more efficient, I'd say. And we're just going to draw out some rectangles all the way across, right? So we got this. Control J, duplicate it, bring this one up. Okay. Now I have your name at the top. Let's type in Cambit. It's below these layers, so you can't see it, so move it above. Make the first part yellow, second part white. Stick with the theme. Move it to the center, right? Looks good. Now, last follower. Last follower. Same thing. Yellow and white. Okay. So now we're gonna move this down a little bit. We're gonna add another rectangle, but this time it's gonna be a darker shade of gray. I can't even see it on here. Hold on. We can scale it. Yes, we're gonna move it like right here. It's like a darker box, so you can put the number in or the name or whatever. Now I'm gonna select both, so hold Control and click on the text and the shape, duplicate it, and move it over. You're gonna have to readjust these probably. We got last follower. And let's make these a little bit smaller. It's pretty big. What size do we make it? 106. Yeah, so something like this. Yeah, let's now double click on these rectangles. Actually, delete the top rectangle. I'll tell you why in a second. We're just gonna work on this one down here. So go to gradient overlay and click in this box. We're gonna do like a dark gray to a lighter gray. Like that. Okay, that's literally it. Now we're gonna duplicate it and bring it up to the top, so we didn't have to do it twice. And now these color boxes, or these rectangles here, are kind of too light, so we're gonna need to change the color. So go to your rectangle tool, it should be, and change the fill, make it a little bit darker. So 2B, 2B, 2B is the color code. Do it again for this one. 2B, wait no, not in. 2B, 2B, 2B. There we go. Now it's coming together. So now what you would do for the face cams is actually bring that face cam that we made. So let's just hold Control, click both of them, convert it to a smart object. Let's make it yellow. And this probably won't be the same yellow, so we're just gonna save this as a PNG so it has no background. Go back to this project and bring it in. It's pretty close. And we're just gonna, yeah, do that. I'm gonna get the rectangle tool, change the fill to like black, and just fill it in. Right, so it looks nicer. So this is where you put your game or your face, and then we're gonna duplicate this. Let's hold Control, click on both of those, so it's one now, hit Control J, and we're gonna resize this one to be up here. Okay. There we go. You can even use the ruler up here, make sure they're both on the same level, which I believe they are. I think this needs to go up one more. Okay. So now we just need to add the chat area. So get your rectangle tool again. I'm going to zoom in. And I'm just going to start at the bottom left, move to the bottom right, to about here. Turn the opacity down on it over here to like 53 for now. We want it to be a little bit darker so you can read the chats. And we're going to add the rectangle tool again. Or we're going to add a rectangle, sorry. And do something like that, maybe a little bit wider. Or taller, I mean. Like that. Add a gradient overlay on it so it matches. You see where we're going with this? Now I'm going to type in into some small text. Live chat. Move that to the top because I can't even see it. It's a little small as well. There we go. Live chat. Let's get the colors right. Yellow and white. Boom. completed. I believe on mine this was a little bit darker, these rectangles, but that's okay. You guys can do whatever you want with it. And now when you add the hue and saturation, you can change the color. And that's how you make everything in the stream pack. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was pretty fun to make, not even gonna lie. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe. I make a lot of other content like this, so if you're new, I recommend checking out my other videos. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.